Hello Aquarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading for the first half of November. General reading as always. Please keep that in mind throughout this reading. Take from it what makes sense for you and release the rest. So I'm going to be taking a look at the current situation and ultimately what might be presenting itself as a challenge in the relationship right now. And ultimately, are there any blockages? Can it be fixed? So we'll tackle that in the first half of this reading here. So let's get right into it. This is a deck by Fire Witch Tarot. What went wrong? All right, so whatever that might be, let's grab some insight here. For Aquarius, they got physically abusive with you, or God prevented this from happening. Let me read that again. They got physically abusive with you, or God prevented this from happening. Okay, so if you were in an abusive partnership, Aquarius, take that if it applies, of course, but because that's not going to be everybody's story. Hopefully you've gotten yourself out of that. This makes sense for me. This next card, no longer able to tolerate them or you. I feel, since this is your reading, you were no longer able to tolerate them. You weren't going to be putting up with an abusive partnership. So either this is what's currently going on, or this could represent a part of your past and what you're no longer willing to put up with now. You could have also been dealing with somebody who was way too immature, as it says. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some insight from tarot. I'm going to pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot deck. This is volume 1. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius. So for the first part of this reading, taking a look at current energies, and this is giving us an indication of what some of the challenges were that you dealt with. Okay. For some of you, you might have connected with this person when you guys were really young. Maybe you met in school, high school sweethearts, childhood sweethearts, perhaps. And this person, especially if you guys are no longer together, they're thinking about you, okay? Maybe they're thinking about how they treated you, how they might have now matured and they are able to look at the situation with a different set of eyes and maybe having some regrets there, okay? Now, if this is currently what's going on, I feel you are no longer with this person, because this could also be a card of a reunion, desiring a reunion, and focusing more so on the memories that you guys have shared together. But as you can see here, no longer able to tolerate them. I feel you've distanced yourself from this person. This could be where you're at, Aquarius. Okay? You are an air sign. Swords represent air energy. So 4 of Swords, this is you taking a break from that person. This is a resting period. It's relaxation and recuperation, as it says. Yeah, recuperating from dealing with that individual. And again, hopefully, if you dealt with somebody physically abusive, you got yourself out of that situation. And I'm really happy to see this. The 6 of Swords is a transition. You're leaving that part of your life behind. You're leaving this person behind. You're releasing whatever burdens and baggage that you were carrying when it comes to this person. Because this represents heading towards calmer waters. You're moving on. You're transitioning away from this, which I'm really happy to see that the tarot cards are presenting itself in this way. And so this is interesting, Page of Swords, because this is a very curious person, someone who's very restless. I feel, especially for my Divine Feminines tuning in, if you were dealing with an immature masculine, for example, they're now wanting to reach out and communicate to you. But maybe right now, you're not even interested in hearing from this person. I mean, maybe some of you are, but I feel you're working on yourself. You just need time to yourself. This is with that 4 of Swords energy. You just need time to think about things on your own and not interacting with this person. You're also coming through as the High Priestess. So your intuition serves you well as the High Priestess. And if your gut is telling you that you're better off without this individual, listen to that. follow that, because I feel you've worked very hard on empowering yourself and getting past these challenges here when it comes to this person. You're also coming in with the energy of the Queen of Wands, which is, I feel, very fitting for my feminines here, because this is a very confident divine feminine, very independent person. And maybe you were dealing with a person here, a masculine, who made you feel that you couldn't live without them, that, you needed them, that you aren't going to be successful or be able to move on without them, which is so not true. So this is you, I feel, empowering yourself. And look at this. Okay, so hopefully what has presented itself so far, Aquarius, this represents the past, because this Emperor, also representing divine masculine energy, could be your current partnership. You could be dealing with an Aries masculine here. So if this is past energy, this could be where you're at now, hopefully very happy with where your romantic life has taken you. Or this is telling you that you have the capability of finding happiness with a masculine who represents that Emperor. Somebody who, for example, could be the father of your children someday. Somebody who could definitely offer you a stronger foundation in love and romance. This isn't somebody who's going to be physically abusive towards you. This is someone who's going to treat you right. This is someone who is going to put you first. So when it comes to this person right here, they could have also been talking to other people. There could have been infidelities here. They were abusing you, as it says, physically, or, might have prevented any occurrences of that by you getting yourself out of there. This is also telling us that despite the challenges that you have endured, Aquarius, that you're not giving up. This is about persevering. This is about continuing beyond the challenges of what you've endured in your life, especially my feminines here. High Priestess, Queen of Wands. You've empowered yourself. But I feel that this masculine is either already a part of your life or going to be a part of your life. Somebody that can offer you the kind of love that somebody could not offer you. You could have also been dealing with somebody who was overly frugal with their money. Okay, so this very greedy type energy from somebody. There could have also just been this vibe of lack, feeling like you just didn't have enough money. You guys could have also been arguing about finances, because this person just wasn't capable of offering you the stable foundation in the partnership. But things are going to turn around for you, I'm telling you. This is also a part of your destiny. Things are going to turn around for the better, Aquarius. So if you haven't already, with that Five of Pentacles, it's time to isolate yourself from somebody that represents a very toxic relationship. Interesting how we've got poverty related to the Five of Pentacles, because again, somebody could be struggling financially or just be really greedy with their money. They could have made you feel like you just didn't have any money whatsoever, even though you might have been contributing your income to the household, or however way that makes sense. They could have just been hoarding everything, So you might have actually left them out in the cold, which I'm hoping by the time you're listening to this, that's what's going on. Okay, so let's move on to the next section here. Can this be fixed, or is there a blockage? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, but ultimately, if it was an abusive partnership, really, I feel that should be a thing of your past, and it's no longer worth your time to even invest in that person. So, but let's take a look at the messages from this deck here. This could also be taking a look at any blockages in your partnerships that you might be facing elsewhere. Let's see. hoping, okay, waiting, expecting, manifesting. So if you are hoping for something to transpire in your relationships, that is, for example, if you're single or if you're just taking a break from dating right now because of what you have experienced before, I do feel this can certainly still be a wish that can manifest for you. You could also be dealing with people that have given you mixed signals. That could be an ex, that could be this person from the past. Loss, grief, sorrow, pain. I feel that makes sense for you, Aquarius, considering the cards that have already come through, no longer able to tolerate them. And again, the whole reference to the physically abusive partner. This could be their loss. No, actually, it is their loss. If you have distanced yourself from them, it's their loss, not yours. Okay? Because they've inflicted pain upon you. Hopefully not physically, but still ended up hurting you. So it's time for you, look at that. It's time for you to set up these boundaries, put up these walls around yourself so that they cannot penetrate your space. You got to draw the line somewhere, right? So you have to learn to say no to this person. You know exactly who that is because they weren't being real with you. Look at that. Pretend. They were wearing a mask. They were not being forthright. They were not being open and honest with you. There's someone way better suited for you coming in the form of the Emperor. I feel, Divine Feminines, that's coming through here for you. Okay? So let's go ahead and clarify these messages here. I'm going to pull from my new deck, the Luna Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aquarius. So if you're dealing with somebody like that, just know that things are going to shift and change for the better. You just got to wait for it. You just have to have patience until it can manifest for you. But yeah, put up your boundaries when it comes to people that no longer serve a purpose in your life. Yep, time to start over. Okay, don't be afraid to have a new beginning in your life, because the moment you decide to do that, things are going to start shifting and moving pretty quickly for you to move forward. Look at this, Ace of Swords. I love that. Clarity for you to be able to see things with a clear mind, a breakthrough. This is a new beginning, yes, after having gone through something really challenging, which we've already seen. So don't allow yourself to be imprisoned by your thoughts when it comes to this abusive partner, whether that abuse was physical or mental or psychological, Yeah, look at that. Time to walk away, right? If you haven't already, it's time to walk away because you're meant to perhaps end up here. Have a stronger foundation in your relationship. This is a happy future right here, Aquarius. That could be a twin flame partnership that you are meant to find once you detach from somebody that was an unhealthy partnership. So that looks pretty good for me as far as the direction that you are going. If you're not there yet, just trust in the path that you're on because it's a part of your journey. It's a part of your destiny to end up here. This is also our 1111 number in tarot. Okay, so if you happen to be seeing that time or that number, your angel guides wanting to deliver a message to you, whether that's got something to do with your love life or just life in general. But you're meant to be happy. You're not meant to be miserable. You're not meant to be afraid of a partner, certainly due to physical abuse or any sort of abuse. Okay, so that's where I'm going to stop this one for the first half of this reading, Aquarius. If you'd like to follow me over to my Patreon page, we're going to tackle a little bit more for this situation. And I'd love to see you guys over there. Of course, I'll include that information down below in the description box. And if you're interested in your own reading, that info as well as down below. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care.